This year, I grew my hair with protective hairstyle. This was my hair at the beginning of the month, and this is my hair looking now. I'm going to share with you my top three protective hairstyle for the year, and also share with you tips on how to get the most out of your protective hairstyle. Because one thing about protective hairstyle is if you don't do it correctly and do the opposite of what you're meant to do, I'm going to share with you how I was able to get the most out of my protective hairstyle and use it as a form of retaining the length and growing my natural hair. So yeah, let's get into this video. The first tip I did was to make sure I did my protective hairstyle. So yeah, basically I'm just showing you my hair how it was like after I started doing protective hairstyle. Guys, this thing actually works. When I tell you this thing works, it works. So the first thing I did was braids. Braids has done a lot of wonders to my hair. Like ever since I started doing braids, guys, I've seen a lot of growth because it's very important you do this to reduce tension on your scalp, because if there's too much tension on your scalp, you will definitely notice so much hair loss and breakage. So make sure the tension on your scalp is not that much. I know most people want to get that snatch look because you're literally pulling your hair and it's causing you so much damage and breakage. Okay, so the next tip I'm going to talk about is about how to pick a good protective hairstyle. For your hair to grow, there are two things you need to take care of. First, you need to note what type of hair you have, and second, you need to prep your hair for that protective hairstyle. So the first one is knowing what kind of hair you have. You need to know if you have a fine hair or thick hair. Earlier this year, I found out I had fine hair strands, and it really opened my eyes to the reason why extensions were damaging my hair. The reason why I continued adding extension because I didn't know any better and because I didn't do my research. So after I did my research, I now knew that, oh my god, I have fine hair strands. You need to realize that it's not all protective hairstyles that are good for your hair type and hair. That even if you have thick hair, like you overdo extension, you can damage your hair. With all these things, there needs to be a good proportion with all the things you do. If you have thick hair, you have to definitely add extensions to your hair just to make it more thicker, and just basically it's better that way. But I prefer not adding extensions to my hair as much as I would, because literally when I add extensions on my hair like attachments, it always tightens my hair and there's so much tension and weight on my hair. Like your hair is literally fine hair strand, so it cannot hold that much weight. So if you're using extension or little extension, but trust me, just using only your hair is also good. But if you're looking for length, I would recommend you using passion twist. It's lightweight and maybe like kinky twist, like adding a little, just if you want to add some little difference to your hair, you can do kinky twist. The next thing in your hair prep is very important, because for the first 2 to 3 weeks you're going to not do so much with your hair, like your hair will be looking nice and all. So make sure your hair is washed, deep conditioned, done your LOC method, which is very important, and your moisture routine. Your hair is locked in for that like a period of time. It really makes a huge difference, and trust me, prepping your hair before your protective hairstyle will literally save you a week and a half, depending on how you notice. It's the type of hair porosity you have. For me, I have high porosity hair, which means my hair takes time to retain length, retain the water in it. So I always do the LOC method, which is liquid oil and conditioner, whereby I add water on my hair and then I go in my conditioner and then I seal in that moisture with my shea butter or my Jamaican castor oil. It's important you do this so that, especially if you have high porosity hair, so you can retain a lot of water on your hair and your hair is not looking dry and ashy. So good protective hairstyle. First of all, you prep it for your hair and your hairstyle. You need to reduce manipulation and to save you a week and a half, depending on your porosity. But trust me when I say prepping your hair and picking a good protective hairstyle literally changed the game for me. So make sure you're picking good protective hairstyle. That's number one thing. Picking a good protective hairstyle. I can continue to say this over and over again. So make sure you're picking a good protective hairstyle. If you focus on length retention and your hair growth, you need to have that protective hairstyle first of all and prep your hair. I also mentioned your stylist, your hairstylist, like the tension, manipulation, you need to reduce it, all of that. Like first tip I gave you. So we're going to move on to the next hairstyle. I tried this year. I actually tried the best hairstyle, which is braids. I tried braids. Like the first one you saw were mini braids. So now here I did like big box braids. So with this doesn't really last for a long period of time because it's big. Obviously, your hair tends to tangle up and then it doesn't stay longer, but with the mini twist it stays longer and your hair is still looking nice and all. But the reason why I like this is because when I'm washing my hair, I'm able to go into my scalp, wash it, remove all the dirt and all. So yeah, do you also all these things I'm saying, always do your research before you do any protective hairstyle. You can always check, do your research, which one works for you. Or you can try the mini twist, the mini braids. If it works for you, do it. If you try the big braid and works for you, you can also do it. So it's important you do all your research before you start doing all that on your hair. I was like, I can literally just make my natural hair first of all, and then add coily extensions like you saw before. Someone just thought of it, so I might actually just try it out. I think it's crazy. I've not done something like that before, but I actually tried it out. That was the first hairstyle you saw, which is just my braided hair, and then I added extensions to it. Recommend, especially if you're trying new hairstyles, do protective hairstyle. For 3 weeks, I've had to take it out, full wash day and full routine. I want my curly extension, so when I'm doing my wash day, you can still have your curls. But for me, I removed my curls because I didn't want that to be there and to get tangled, and also I didn't want all that. So the fourth tip I'm going to give you is keeping your protective hairstyle for long term. Like, this is very important. I came across a video. I saw a lady that literally changed her hair in like 3 years. She just did protective hairstyle. Like, she did a big chop. She started with a big chop, started afresh, and then her length is literally almost the length of my hair. I've been natural for like 8 years now. Cause I trim my hair every year, and I was like, wait, it actually makes so much sense. Keeping your protective hairstyle for long term, you're literally not doing so much to your hair. Your hair is just going to be growing and retaining so much length. And you're washing your hair, you're doing your treatment, guy, your hair is definitely going to grow. You retain a lot of length. Loosening your hair, only that you lose some hair shares because it's normal. Your hair grows 2 to 3 inch every month, but when you keep your hair for that long period of time, you tend to see lots of growth and your hair is protected. That's why I say it's important to pick a good protective hairstyle, because if you keep your hair long term, I've kept my hair for like, I've tried 3 months, and guys, when I say the results, oh my god, it was mind blowing. I cut my hair last year, like I just did a trim, not like cut my hair, and I started afresh because I was having split ends, and it was basically just to dust off all those hairs that were not just correlating. So yeah, when I did that and I started doing protective hairstyle, guys, the growth was amazing. So that's why I say it's very important to have a good protective hairstyle, because if you want to do this challenge, keeping your hair long term with protective hairstyle is literally going to, you're not going to regret it, guys. But make sure during your takedown, you take down your hair like you're not in an angry mood, your head is calm, because guys, it can be annoying and frustrating because you've kept that hair for a very long time and then you're trying to loosen it. It's going to take a while because there's so much tangles and all, but you have to be careful while doing this. You can always use your water, your conditioner, just to soften the hair, and then you go in with your hands to loosen it. So it's important you do this. So next thing is focusing on your length retention this year. So literally this year I'm going to be focusing on length retention and healthy hair basically. That's why it's very good to document your, like, everything you do on your hair. Like, you can see the growth. So if you're losing your hair now, just take a picture of how your hair looks now, so that when you're losing it again, you'll be able to see like, oh my god, my hair has grown. It has grown an inch, and you'll be able to see the results. So it's important to document it. So when it comes to taking down your hair, changing your hairstyles frequently is not very, I would not advisable. So that's why I always say keep your hair for like 3 months or highest 2 months, so you can be able to see some substantial growth. And only going to change your hair. Like, some people, I know someone that did her hair just 4 times in a year. Like, the growth she had from just making her hair 4 times was amazing. Like, literally, your hair is just in a state, you're not doing anything to it. She kept it for like every 3 months, you're losing the hair, and guys, the growth was amazing. So imagine if you retain that much length in a year and you're not taking down your hair every month, you would definitely see lots of growth. So if you're sticking to 4 times, trust me, I would say to you, for you to upon this challenge, I just subscribe, because you're going to get good content here. I'll be starting a new challenge in January, currently rounding up with my last challenge for this year. So we're into the new year. Yeah, happy new year, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this new year. This new year is going to give us so many good things. We're going to live long. We're going to have unlimited growth. So guys, yeah, if you like me to film anything in this video, like I would like to hear from you guys. What do you want me to film? um what are the things you like for me to film? It's important for me to hear from you guys so I know what I want to film, because I'm actually getting like content blog. I don't know what to film anymore, but just give me your ideas. I would like to hear from you guys. So yeah, I'm going to be starting off early with my last year. I started off this challenge like towards October, November time, but this year we're starting off strong. We're starting off in January. So I'm currently on a protective hairstyle. I did some big box braids, and yeah, we're starting off strong. I'm going to be keeping this for like 3 months, and I'll definitely show you guys how my hair growth is growing, my journey, how I take care of the hair, what I do in between my routine, just to make sure my hair isn't dried up and losing a lot of moisture. So it's important when you're doing this routine, protective hairstyle, you're also doing your weekly routine, like washing your hair. Like I wash my hair 2 times in a week. That's on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And when I wash my hair, I did condition it and I seal in that moisture. It's important you seal in the moisture so your hair can retain a lot of water, because I have high porosity hair, guys. And high porosity hair basically is your hair not being able to retain much length and water in your hair. So you sealing in that moisture makes your hair retain lots of water and thereby growing your hair. Just take care as a plant. Plants thrive better when it's being watered. So when you water your natural hair, your hair is definitely going to grow. So it's important you do this routine also in your protective hairstyle. So on to the next protective hairstyle I tried mini twist, but I don't have a video of that. Mini twist was something I loved before, but when I started doing it later on, I started locking my hair, so that's why I stopped for a while not doing mini twist. But mini twist is actually a good protective hairstyle you can also do. So the thing about mini twist is when you're making it, make sure you do your braids like quarter of the hair, so that even if your new growth comes out, it doesn't lock your hair. I don't know if you understand. Because you're keeping your hair for 3 months, make sure you do a lot of braids before you now twist the hair. So it still looks nice and it's not looking rough and your hair is not locked up. So it's important to do this. So if you're keeping it for long term, when it comes to mini twists, the hack I figured out is how to actually the most of your twists, because with twists it makes your hair look fuller and fluffier. So see you in my next video. Bye.